is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice. Classic games on our tabletops. Good evening, everybody. This is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you Game 4 of the Double Elimination Apba Classics Tournament. Today we have the 1970 Cincinnati Reds at the 1951 New York Yankees. The 1951 season was the break-in year for Mickey Mantle. It was a tough rookie year. He came with a big reputation. Everyone in New York thought he was the next Joe DiMaggio. In fact, they gave him number 6. Number 3 was Ruth. Number 4 was Gehrig. 5 was DiMaggio. And Mickey Mantle was supposed to be the next guy to carry the banner for the Yankee organization. So they gave him number 6. Mickey didn't get off to a very good start in 1951. And he was demoted down to the Yankees minor league team, the Kansas City Blues. He didn't play well there either. He was feeling the pressure. And finally, his dad, whom Mickey idolized, and his dad, who named him Mickey after Mickey Cochran, raised him up to be a ball player, taught him how to switch hit, taught him everything he could about the game of baseball. Got in the car, drove up from Commerce, Oklahoma to Kansas City to speak to his son who was struggling. Drove all the way at 35 miles an hour. That's as fast as he would drive. And he saw his son Mickey in the hotel room. And they went in there and talked. Mickey talked about his struggles. So the dad started to pack up Mickey's stuff and said, I guess you're done. You're coming home with me to work in the mines. And that woke up Mickey. And they spent the night talking, and he decided to stay. And from that point on, Mickey Mantle turned it around and became Mickey Mantle. Here's the starting lineups for today's game. First, the 1970 Reds, winners of 102 games. They did not win the World Series, but they were the first hint of the big red machine that was to come. Pete Rose will lead off and play right field. Bobby Tolan will be in center field. Tony Perez at third base. Johnny Bench, catcher. Lee May at first base. Bernie Carbo will be playing left field. David Concepcion, shortstop. Tommy Helms at second base. And Wayne Simpson, who was 14-3 in 1970, a grade B pitcher, wide modifier, is on the mound. Here's the starting 9 for the New York Yankees. Phil Rizzuto at shortstop. Gil McDougall will be playing second base. Yogi Berra at catcher. Mickey Mantle in center field. Hank Bauer is at right field. Joe DiMaggio will be playing in left field. This is his final season. Joe Collins at first base. Doc Brown at third base. And the Chief, Ollie Reynolds, is on the mound. He is a grade B pitcher with an X strikeout modifier. All right, we've been playing the hybrid game, but today we're going to play straight up basic Apba. The basic game, though, I will ignore results like with the runner on first and the runner is caught stealing. Now, if I got a runner at second base with 2 outs, in that situation, I will ignore because I would not be stealing third with 2 outs in the inning. All right, Ollie Reynolds has completed his warm-up tosses. We're ready to begin. Pete Rose, the all-time hit leader, steps in against Ollie Reynolds. 6-6 rolls for Rose. And the second column roll is going to be a ball driven to right center field between Mantle and Berra. Rolls to the wall, and Pete Rose settles into second base with a leadoff double. Nobody better than Pete Rose at driving the ball into the gaps. Loved his hitting approach. He you compare him, for example, to Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken Jr. changed his approach almost yearly, but Pete Rose never changed his approach. to batting. The only thing he changed is where he stood in the box based on where pitchers were pitching him. And he said he would think about that about every 20 at bats. And that's the only adjustment he would ever make. Bobby Tolan. 4-2 to Tolan is a 9. And that 9 is a line drive over the head of Gil McDougall at second base. And the runner at second, Pete Rose, will score easily the first run of the game. It's the Reds 1 and the Yankees nothing. That brings up Tony Perez, who really drove the bus for the Reds in 1970. Tony Perez hit .317 and 40 home runs, 129 RBIs. Bench drove in 148, so Perez and Bench drove the bus. Bench had 45 homers with .293 average. This Reds team is more powerful than the Yankees team, and probably the Yankees have better starting pitching. Here's a pitch to Tony Perez. 3-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. All right, now here's Johnny Bench. One gone, one on. 53 to Bench is an 18. Yankees are feeling column 2. Both teams are feeling column 2. And that's a ground ball to shortstop. Fumble by Rizzuto for an error. E6. Reds have runners on first and second. They've already scored a run in this inning. In this tournament, teams that come to play in all of the 3 previous games, somebody scored in the first inning. Here's Lee May, the batter, with runners on first and second. 6-1, Lee May is a ground ball to Rizzuto at second. Flips to McDougall. Over to Collins at first. It's a 6-4-3 double play, so instant redemption for Rizzuto, who just committed an error. 2 hits in a run. Bottom of the first. Reds 1, Yankees coming to bat. Wayne Simpson goes to the mound. He's a 6'3", 220-pound young pitcher. He's 21 years old. This is his rookie season. He's a hard thrower. Phil Rizzuto steps into the box. 5-5 roll for Rizzuto, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. That's caught by center fielder Bobby Tolan. 1 out. Here's McDougall, 300 hitter in 1951. 5-2 is a ground ball to third. Don't think that's a strikeout number on that ground out to third. There is an X. Simpson is a Y. So Tony Perez throws out Gil McDougall at first. There's 2 outs. Here's Yogi, the catcher, 298, 27 home runs. That's a 294 batting average. 3-4 is a fly ball lifted to Bobby Tolan in center, and he makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down for the Yanks. We go to the top of the second inning. 1-0 Reds. In the second inning, Bernie Carbo out of Detroit, Michigan will lead off for the Reds. Great utility player, in my opinion. He was an outfielder, came up big in the 75 World Series for the Reds. Here's the pitch to Bernie Carbo, 34, is a fly ball to Mickey Mantle in center field. Mantle tracks it down and picks it out of the sky. Dave Concepcion hits it on the ground to second base or X. Reynolds has an X, so he doesn't hit it on any ground. He strikes out. 2 outs. Tommy Helms. 45 is a base on balls to Tommy Helms. Here's a pitcher, Wayne Simpson. Only hit 094 in 1970. 64 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So a much better inning for the Chief Ellie Reynolds. Reds don't score. We'll go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Cincinnati. Mickey Mantle will lead off the bottom of the second inning. We talked about his difficult year. In 1951, it got even worse. The 1951 World Series, where the fates of three center fielders came together in a very big way. And I'm talking about Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, and Willie Mays. Willie Mays was a batter in Game 2 of the 51 World Series. I think it was the fifth inning. Mantle hit a fly ball. Let me regress a little further. Before the game, manager Casey Stengel told Mantle that DiMaggio's heel, who was going to play center field that day, was hurting him, and that Mickey, who will be playing in right field, should get to every ball he could get to. So when Willie Mays hit that ball toward right center field, Mickey Mantle was coming as fast as he could, and he was faster than anybody his rookie year. And at the very last second, he heard DiMaggio say, "I got it." So Mickey went to put on the brakes, and he stepped on a drain cover that gave way, and Mickey's legs went out from under him. I think his knee actually went through his leg, and he lay there on the ground. Joe DiMaggio put his hand on Mickey and said, "They're coming with a stretcher, kid." Mickey said that was the first conversation DiMaggio had with Mantle in 1951 after they played together for a year. But that was a severe and painful knee injury that no doubt affected Mickey's career. He was still fast, could still steal bases, would often bunt for base hits. But 1951, not a memorable year for the Mick. Here's the pitch to Mantle from Wayne Simpson, 2-5, is a 10, and that's going to be a base hit to center field for Mickey Mantle. Brings up Hank Bauer, who's playing right field. I set my lineups the way I want to. I don't use as-played lineups unless I'm occasionally I use as-played lineups, but I usually prefer to be my own manager. So I got Mantle in center, and DiMaggio is playing left with Bauer and right. There's a pitch to Hank Bauer, 4-4. And Hank Bauer drives one to right field. It's retrieved by Pete Rose. Mantle will go all the way to third. And the Yankees have first and third with nobody out. Here's DiMaggio. In his final year, he hit 263, 12 homers. The Reds will play the infield back for double play depth. 2-4 is swing and a miss for strike three. Here's Joe Collins. One roll for Collins. That's a hit column roll. And that's going to get the Yankees moving. 45 is a double to center field that will clear the bases. Bauer scores from first. Mantle before him scores. And the Yankees take a 2-1 lead on Joe Collins' 2 RBI double. That brings up Doc Brown, who really was a doc. He was drafted into World War II, and he was studying to be a doctor. The Navy sent him into Tulane, where he studied to be a cardiologist. He was a young player in 1951. He played, after the war in 46, he played in the minor leagues. And, 47, 48, he got started off with the Yankees slowly. But by 51, he was the Yankees' third baseman. He met his future wife and married his wife just after the 51 World Series. When he told his wife how to describe him to her parents, he said, tell your mother that I'm studying to be a cardiologist. And tell your dad, I'm third baseman for the New York Yankees. Here's the pitch to Doc Brown. 55 is an 8 against a B pitcher with a runner on second. Ground ball back to the pitcher Simpson, who secures it, throws the first while Joe Collins runs the third. 2 outs. I'll bring up the Yankee pitcher, Chief Reynolds. Not a very good hitter like Simpson, but he gets a base hit. Pretty sure that's a 7 against the V pitcher. That's a single left. And Howie Reynolds drives home Joe Collins. 3-0 Yankees. Or 3-1, rather. Here's the scooter Phil Rizzuto. Phil Rizzuto keeps it going. That's a base hit. Infield single. Let's see. Reynolds goes to second. 5 hits in the inning from New York. First and second now. There's 2 outs. Here's Gil McDougall, who flied out the center his first time up. 5-5 for McDougall. That's an 8 against the B, and that's a ground out to third to end the inning. So 5 hits, 3 runs. A different game now. Top of the third, Yankees 3 and the Reds 1. At the top of the order for the Reds, Pete Rose leads off. Started the game off with a double and scored. 61 is a 40. That's a ground ball to Reynolds, who throws it away. Oh, no, I'm reading it wrong. 40. I was reading 41. It's foul ball. Strike 1. That's a base on balls. So Pete Rose is on for the second time. Down the first he goes at full speed. There's Bobby Cohen. A lot of speed at the top of these Reds lineup. At least the first 2 guys, Rose and Cohen. 45 is a base on balls to Bobby Tolan. So 2 walks to start the third inning off of Reynolds. And now he's got to deal with Tony Perez and Johnny Bench with 2 men on base. It's a stretch and a pitch to Perez. 5-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Perez strikes out again with a runner in scoring position. 1 out. Johnny Bench. Ground ball to third. Charging in to get it is Doc Brown. He throws the first. 2 outs. Rose goes to third. Tolan goes to second. Here's Lee May. He's not a walk in the park. Lee May hit 34 home runs, 253 average in 1970. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base, or third base rather, and that's the end of the inning. So no hits, two walks. They're both stranded. Bottom of the third, Yankees 3 and the Reds 1. Yogi Berra lead off for the Yankees. He swings the bat from the left side. Very good at hitting the ball down either line, and is not particular whether the pitch is in the strike zone or not. He swings on most everything. And here he gets a base hit, single to center field. Yogi's on. He's 1 for 2. Average speed of first base. Here's Mickey Mantle. Mantle singled and scored his first time up. Mickey rolls a 6-3, which is a fly ball lifted to left field. Bernie Carbo's under it and makes the catch. Berra holds it first. 1 out. Hank Bauer. Born in Kansas City, Missouri in 1924, July 31st. 51 is a A against a B. That's a ground out to third. Berra goes to second. Tony Perez throws out Hank Bauer. 2 outs. And now Joe DiMaggio. Not the same DiMaggio we're used to. This is his last year, 263 hitter. 5-2 is a ground out to third unless Simpson has the Y strikeout modifier, so it's a strikeout. 1 hit, no runs, 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th. The Yankees 3 and the Reds 1. All right, we're going to skip forward a little bit in this game because I had my camera off when I rolled the top of the 4th inning. But in the top of the 4th inning, Ali Reynolds set the Reds down in order, striking out Carbo. Concepcion popped out to Rizzuto at short, and then Helms hit a ground ball to Phil Rizzuto at shortstop as well. So 3 up and 3 down for the Reds in the top of the 4th. Wayne Simpson comes back to the mound, and the Yankees come to bat at the bottom of the 4th, still leading 3-1. Bottom of the Yankee order, it's Collins, and then Brown and the pitcher Reynolds. 2-2 rolls a base hit for Joe Collins to lead off the 4th inning for the Yankee half. Joe Collins is 2 for 2, singled and doubled. Here's Doc Brown. And he rolls the 2-2, and that's a 7 result as well. Single right field, and Collins will round second. He goes to third. Yankees have first and third, nobody out. Threatening to extend their lead. Here's the pitcher, Ali Reynolds. I almost never do a squeeze play. Why not? I don't think I've ever done a squeeze play on the channel. Okay, we got first and third. Here's the pitch. 6-3 is a 30. And Reynolds gets the bunt down toward first. It's fielded by May to throw the first, the only play. Successful squeeze by Ali Reynolds. Let's call that a safety squeeze play because everybody knew it was coming. Collins scored from third. Brown goes to second. There's 1 out, top of the order, to the scooter Phil Rizzuto. 2-6 is a fly ball to right field, and that's going to be caught by Pete Rose. Let's see if the runner advances. A fast runner would advance to third, but Brown at second base is not rated fast, so he stays at second. Now 2 outs, and Gil McDougall. 61 is a ground out to shortstop Dave Concepcion. 2 hits, 1 run on the squeeze play. Top of the 5th inning, Yankees 4, and the Reds 1. Pitcher Wayne Simpson leads off the top of the 5th against Reynolds, 41. Swing and miss, strike 3. He's a strikeout victim for the 2nd time. Top of the order, and Pete Rose. Rose has been on base both times he's hit today. 4-4 roll is a base hit. He's on for a 3rd straight time. Fast runner at first. Bobby Tolan, the batter. Bobby Tolan hit 316 in 1970. There's the stretch and the pitch. Fly ball lifted to left field. Rose will hold it first. 2 outs. Here's Tony Perez. And Perez hits a ground ball to the shortstop. Rizzuto's got it. Throws the first. That's the inning. 1 hit, 1 left, no runs. We're halfway through. Yankees 4 and the Reds 1. Yogi Berra led off the 3rd inning with a base hit. He's 1 for 2. He's going to lead off the 5th inning for New York. 1-1 roll for Berra, and that is a ball driven over the first baseman's head down the line into the corner, and Berra slides in the second with a double. All right, now Mantle's up, singled and flied to left. Wayne Simpson in the stretch. Here's the pitch to Mickey. And that is going to be a high result of 9 with a runner on second base. That's a base hit over second base. Yogi Berra will score. RBI single for Mickey Mantle. He's 2 for 3, and the Yankees are up 5-1. I thought about lifting Wayne Simpson before he hit, and setting up a pitch hitter in the last inning, but I didn't do it. I'm lifting now. Just didn't have it today. 4 innings pitched, 5 runs given up. So far, he's responsible for Mantle at first. New pitcher for the Reds is going to be Tony Cloninger, and pitching to Bauer, due to same-sidedness, he'll be a grade C pitcher for one batter. Cloninger with a stretch. Here's the pitch to Bauer. 1-2 roll is a 25. Both teams are fielding column 2. That's a ground ball to the second baseman. Helms flips to Cloninger. The throw to first is in time for a 4-6-3 double play. So Cloninger gets the job done. Bases clear, 2 outs. Here's Joe DiMaggio. And DiMaggio lifts a fly ball to center field. Bobby Tolan takes 2 steps back and makes the catch. 2 hits and a run for the Yankees. We go to the 6th, it's 5-1. Bronx Bombers. All right, the Reds need base runners. They're going to start with Bench, May, and Carbo here in the 6th inning. Reynolds delivers. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Mickey Mantle gives chase and makes the catch. 1 out. Lee May. Lee May rolls a 56, was today swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs. Bernie Carbo. 32 is a ground out to second base. Well, for the Reds, the first batter scored since then. Ellie Reynolds is mowing them down. Bottom of the 6th. Yankees 5, Reds 1. All right, Tony Cloninger will pitch this inning for the Reds. He's got the basement of the Yankee order: Collins, Brown, and Reynolds. Collins rolls a 5-1, and that's going to be a single for Joe Collins. He is 3 for 3 today, 2 singles and a double, 2 RBIs. Brings up Doc Brown, got a hit in the game. 45, Brown draws a walk. All right, that brings up the pitcher who did a successful squeeze play last time. First and second for the Yankees, nobody out. And I think Ollie Reynolds will bunt again. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Reynolds squares around. Bunted toward the third baseline. Picked up by Perez to throw to first. 5-4 the sacrifice. Second and third now for the Yankees with 1 out. And the Reds will play the infield in. Phil Rizzuto is the batter. They can't afford to give up any more runs. They're down by 4. Cloninger will employ the stretch. He's got the sign, the stretch, and the delivery. 26 is a base hit. Oh, no, it's not. It is a ground ball to second base. The throw goes home, and Collins is out at home. Fielder's choice. No RBI and no run. First and third Yankees. Now the Reds can play their infield normal depth for Gilman Dougal. McDougal hits a hard ground ball to second base. It goes off the glove of Tommy Helms, rolls into right field. Runner at third scores. Runner at first. Rizzuto's trying for third. Here's a throw from right field to third. Rizzuto slides and he is safe, with the batter going to second on the throw. E4. Another run for the Yankees. And Rizzuto is at third. McDougal's at second. Yankees have a 6-1 lead. That runs charge to Cloninger. And now Yogi, he's having a big day. Doubled, scored, and has the single, 2 for 3. And fell back with 2 outs. 5-5 roll to Berra. And that's going to be a base hit for Yogi Berra. Single over first. That's runner on second out at home. McDougall's not slow, so 2 runs scored. 2 RBIs for Berra, and the Yankees take an 8-1 lead. The horse is out of the barn. Here's Mantle. Still trying to get that third out. He's Cloninger. Swing and a miss. Mantle strikes out, reaches back to the backside of his helmet, throws it down disgustedly. 3 outs. There were 3 runs on 2 hits. You go to the top of the 7th inning. Yankees 8 and the Reds 1. All right, Ollie Reynolds has been sailing along. He's ready to pitch to 31 batters, and he has so far faced 24. So he's as fresh as a daisy, and he's facing the bottom of the order. Dave Concepcion leads off for the Reds in the top of the 7th inning. 5-2 is a ground ball to third or X. Reynolds has the X, so it's a strikeout. Concepcion caught looking, and he's been caught looking twice against Ollie Reynolds. 0 for 3. Tommy Helms is the batter. Helms hits a ground ball to second base, picked up by McDougall to throw to Collins at first. 2 outs. Reynolds has retired 8 Reds in a row. Here's Jimmy Stewart. Not that Jimmy Stewart, not the Hollywood one. 53 is a 6-team. I'm feeling column 2, and that's going to be a single to center field. So Stewart pitch hitting for the pitcher. Gets a pitch hit base hit. Top of the order, and Pete Rose. Here's the delivery. That's a fly ball lifted to right field. And when Hank Bauer puts away, that'll be the third out. He makes the catch. 1 hit, no runs. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Yankees 8 and the Reds 1. 7th inning stretch time at the old ballpark. The Reds are going to bring in a new pitcher. That's Wayne Granger. 165, won his start in 1968, pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals. Very successful here, pitched 34 times, and a 2.25 earned run average. He got traded, though, after that. In a big trade, Cardinals sent Bobby Tolan and Wayne Granger to Cincinnati for Vada Pinson. Leading off for the Yankees in the bottom of the 7th inning is Hank Bauer. 46 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Granger gets off to a good start. He is a grade B pitcher with a Z modifier. There's Joe DiMaggio. DiMaggio walks. So Joe D gets on base for the first time today. Joe Collins, he's been all over the base paths. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double, and 2 RBIs. 55 is an 8 against a B pitcher. That's going to be an out, a ground out to third, with DiMaggio sliding safely in the second. So the Reds get Collins out for the first time. Here's Doc Brown. 1 out. Joe D's at second. 6-4 is I think that's a walk. No, ZZ in the new book. The old book I usually use, that's not a walk. Oh, that is a walk. But I'm using the book today, the most recent book. 2 balls, no strikes, because Granger has the Z modifier. 1-5 is an 8, and that's a ground out to the pitcher. DiMaggio going to third. What's the third out, though? 1-3. So we go to the top of the eighth. Yankees 8 and the Reds 1. All right, the man that Wayne Granger was traded to the Reds from the Cardinals with, Bobby Tolan, will be off the top of the eighth inning. Allie Reynolds still out there. 32 is a ground ball to second base for the first out. Here's Dog Perez. Pitch to Tony. 52 is a roller or X, and that's going to be an out. Strikeout. Allie Reynolds has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Reds in this game. There's Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench drives one deep to left field. It's over the head of Yankee left fielder DiMaggio. Bounces off the wall between Mantle and DiMaggio, taking a little time here to retrieve it. And Johnny Bench is going to get a triple out of this, a 2-out triple for Johnny Bench. Lee May, infield normal depth. 2-4. This is, let's see, Bench was the point of fatigue batter. So that's one mark against Reynolds' fatigue. 2-4 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. One hit, no runs. Bench is stranded to the third as Lee May's fans. Bottom of the eighth inning is still 8-1 Yankees. All right, do up first for the Yankees is Allie Reynolds. And he comes out of the dugout swinging a bat. He's going to stay in this game and try to pitch a complete game. He had 11 of them out of 26 starts. Try seeing that today. Whole staffs don't finish 11 games these days. Wayne Granger stays on for Cincinnati. This will be his fatigue inning in his second inning of work. The pitch to Allie Reynolds, 5-1, is a base on balls. So before he completes the game, he gets to run the bases. Here's Rizzuto. 31 to Rizzuto is a 9 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a infield single for Phil Rizzuto. Reynolds goes to second. Rizzuto's 2 for 5 in the game. Gil McDougall. Let's see, Granger's tired, so he just allowed 2 bad things after the point of fatigue, so that'll do it for him. A new pitcher for the Red Legs is going to be Clay Carroll. He is a grade B reliever with a Y and Z modifier, and he'll be facing McDougall, Barrett, and Mantle with nobody out and 2 on. 1-3 roll to McDougall is a 2 balls and no strikes. .45 is a walk the hard way. Bases loaded. So you've got McDougall at first, Rizzuto at second, and Allie Reynolds at third. Runner at second is fast. Still nobody out, and now Yogi Berra. Berra hits a ground ball. The infield's playing deep for hoping for a double play. Let's see what they get out of this 28 play result. Safe at first, fielder's choice. Runners out at second. Attempted double play fails. So that is McDougall out at second. Reynolds scores, and Rizzuto goes to third. Bears at first. 9-1 Yankees. That run charged to Wayne Granger. Double play depth now for the infield, and Mickey Mantle comes up. Oh, wait a minute. I was on the wrong page. So deep batter safe at first, runner out second, same thing. Same result. So here's Mantle. 1 out, runners on the corner. 1-2 roll for Mantle, And that is a double play. Hit on the ground to Carroll, who throws this to Concepcion over to first. 1-6-3 inning double play. So 1 run on 2 hits. Well, the 9th inning, Yankees 9 and the Reds 1. Carbo, Concepcion, and Helms due up in the 9th inning. And Ali Reynolds is going to try for a complete game. He has 1 mark against his fatigue. That's a triple he gave up in the 8th inning to bench. Pitch to Carbo, 41, is going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. There's 11th strikeout for Ali Reynolds, and he's had at least 1 strikeout in every inning. There's Concepcion. 46 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Struck out 4 of the last 5. He is finishing strong. He's known as Super Chief. Here's the pitch to Tommy Helms. Helms, 21, lifts a fly ball to left field. DiMaggio is under it and puts it away. The Yankees get an easy win. The Yankees win. New York 9, Cincinnati 1. All right, game 1 of this Apba Classics tournament goes to the 1951 New York Yankees by a score of 91 over the 70 Cincinnati Reds. The Reds had 1 run on 5 hits and they committed 1 error. The Yankees had 9 runs on 14 hits and they committed 1 error. The losing pitcher was Wayne Simpson, the starter for the Reds. 4 innings pitched, 5 runs given up. Ali Reynolds goes the distance, gives up only 1 run. He's the winning pitcher. No home runs in the game, and we will make Ali Reynolds the star of the game for his complete game, 1 run, 5 hit victory. And he also pulled off a squeeze play with the bat. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.